Good evening, everybody. This is your friend Abhavya. Welcome to the place where you will be able to learn some secrets related to your personal growth. First of all, I'm extremely sorry because I was not available on my YouTube channel and I was not uploading the videos of different types on my YouTube channel. So I'm extremely sorry for that. But here I'm back. So, for a very long time, I have been uploading the videos related to communication skills, spoken English, and personality development, etc. etc. But from today onwards, with making the videos related to communication skills, spoken English, and non-technical, I will also be uploading the videos related to technical domain. Yes, from today onwards, I'm going to start a new series in technical dimension. As I'm a technical person and I'm in my BTech, so when I started learning the different skills in technical domain like C language, DSA, object-oriented programming language, I was going through a lot of doubts and a lot of problems. And I can understand the problems of other people too. This course will be for 1 month and it can extend up to 2 months. I will also be covering different kind of courses like course of data structures and algorithms, course of object-oriented programming language, C++ language course, Python language course. But let me first start from C language course because that is the basic language which we all need to learn if we are in technical dimension. So without wasting our precious time, let's get started. First of all, let me explain to you few things. In every course, I will be covering two things. First, coding is must, and secondly, I will also be covering the theory part. Because sometimes whatever we learn about any language like C language or C++ language or any other thing, we do not make notes and we just start doing coding. But we also need to make notes and understand some theory about it, right? So I have made some notes, and along with the notes, I will be covering the coding part too. C language course for beginners. Firstly, in this course, both theory and coding will be included as coding is must, and I said earlier that theory also plays an important role in understanding this course properly and every other course properly. I will be covering the basics about C language and I will be giving you some assignments and we will be covering those assignments together. The next is Introduction to C language. This is a little bit theory about a C language. The C language was created by Dennis Rich in Bell Laboratories in 1972. This is just a theoretical part which we do not need to remember even. The next points are important. The next point is, it is a general purpose programming language. We go through these sentences a lot. General purpose programming language, procedural programming language, non-structured programming language, structured programming language, object-oriented programming language, but we do not go deep into these sentences. So, general purpose programming language is a language in which the language which is general purpose is not confined to solve any specific problem. It is expanded to solve any kind of problem. It is used to solve a different kind of problems and also used to compose a different programs. So this is what general purpose language is. The next point is procedural programming language. What is procedural programming language? Procedural programming language is a kind of language in computers which is made up of procedure, or it has definite number of steps to compose a program. There are different kind of languages which is composed of different steps, and these steps make a program. If these steps are interchanged, the program will not be right. If these steps are not written, also the program will not be correct, right? The next point is the C language has a low level of memory access. It is a simple set of keywords. It has a simple set of keywords and a clean style. Clean style means it has a normal syntax. It takes low memory and it has a simple set of keywords. Keywords are some reserved words which are already in any language, and we will be covering the concept of keywords in later videos. Next is structured programming language. The structured programming language is a language in which the language or the syntax of any language has a particular structure. It has a well-defined structure. This is known as the structured programming language. So C language is a well-defined So C language has a well-defined structure. That is why it is known as structured programming language. Now, the next point is machine independent. What is the meaning of machine independent? Machine independent means the language is not dependent on machine. It can run on any machine, on any system, right? This is known as the machine independent. Now, let me come to the most important and the starting part of C language. It is the basic syntax of C language. So, here what is written is hash include stdio.h in next line, int main, small brackets, parenthesis, printf. In double quotes, it has been written, welcome to the secrets for personal growth, or you can write anything in these double quotes. And then semicolon, then return 0, semicolon, and then parenthesis closed. This is the basic structure of C language. If you want to make any program in C language, then you have to write these basic steps, and then you can make any program in C language, right? Understanding the basic structure of C language or the basic syntax of C language. We have studied this basic syntax everywhere, right? But we do not really understand the meaning of these hash include stdio.h, int main, what is printf, what is return 0, why these parentheses are there, and every other thing which is written in this basic structure, right? In the next slide, I will explain to you the meaning of the basic structure of this C language. It includes the inbuilt functions in the C program through the header files. What is the meaning of inbuilt functions here? Inbuilt functions means every language has some functions predefined in that language, right? Like printf, scanf, these are the functions which are already defined in any header file of C language. So hash include is a statement which includes those inbuilt statements in C language through the header file, which is the next point. This is stdio.h. stdio.h, its full form is standard input and output. That means stdio.h header file is used to give the input to the user and print the output on the screen, right? So it must be true that stdio.h header file contains the functions which are used to give input to the user, right, and print the output on the screen. Yes, it's true. It is a header file which is included in the beginning of the C program with the hash include statement like this, hash include stdio.h, and it contains some functions like printf and scanf. So let me explain these meaning of printf and scanf. Printf is a function which is found in the stdio.h header file, and it is inbuilt function in C language. It is used to print the output on the screen, and there is some particular syntax the way it is written. Scanf is an inbuilt function which is found in stdio.h header file. It is used to give input to the user, right? Coming towards the next point, it is int main with these parentheses. It is a function from which execution starts. Int refers to the return type of the function. First of all, let me explain to you. Int main, this small brackets and parentheses, is a function. We will be covering the functions. We will be covering the topic of functions in the later videos. But first, let me explain to you what is int main. Int main is a function. This is known as the declaration of a function, right? This is the basic syntax of writing any kind of function, right? Int is the return type of a function. Main is the name of a function, and the small brackets are included in this syntax of a function. In these small brackets, the parameters or arguments are written down. And in these parentheses, we can write down any statements if we have to execute those statements. So we will be covering functions in detail in the later videos. It's just that for today's video, we just have to remember this, that int main is a function from which execution starts. The main program that we want to execute is written in the main function. Int refers to the return type of the function, the value which function is returning. If the function is returning the integer value, that means the return type of a function will be integer, int. If the function is returning if the function is returning float kind of value, that means the return type of the function will be float. And in case if function is not returning anything, then the return type of the function will be void. That means it has no return type. The main is the name of the function, and these signs, it is the parenthesis in which the code to be executed is written. Return 0. It denotes that the program is completed successfully. It is optional to write in C language. See, in this syntax, we are completed here. We have completed our program here. If we don't write return 0, then it will not cause any trouble, right? But if we write return 0, then it is not going to do anything extraordinary. Meaning of return 0 means we have just completed our execution successfully. That is why it has been written here. It is optional to write in C language. Now, int main, it is basically called as function. So, these were the basic things that I wanted to cover in the first video. I covered the introduction to C language, a basic theory about C language, the features of C language, like it is a general purpose programming language, it is a procedural programming language, it is structured programming language, it has a simple set of keywords and has a clean style, and it is absolutely machine independent, right? And I covered the basic syntax of C language. If you want to write any program of C language, you have to first write these basics syntax or the basic steps. Then I made you understood the meaning of the basic syntax or basic steps written in the syntax of C language. So these were the things that I wanted to discuss. First, before completing this video, I want you to write down our first program in C language. Let me come to the online C compiler. From the next video, we will be doing coding on the basic, on the official software of C language, that is code blocks or Visual Studio Code. Today, I'm writing a program on online compiler. Code for writing hello world. First, we have to write #include stdio.h. Then we have to write the function int main. Then we have to write the printf function, which is used to print the output on the screen. Then I have to write this double quotes, and in this double quotes, I am going to write the statement which I want to print on the screen. Then return 0 is optional. I will be showing how return 0 is optional, and without return 0, the program will be executed. Hello world. We have got the hello world on our screen. Now, I am going to remove this return 0 to show that return 0 is optional and program can be executed without even return 0. See, hello world is executed, hello world is written on the screen. So, return 0 is absolutely optional. We do not need to write return 0. If we are writing return 0, then our program is writing return 0 in the program is just denoting that the program has been, or the execution has been completed successfully. So let me get back to the notes. We covered C language course. In this we covered the introduction to C language, the basic syntax to C language, and the understanding of the basic structure or syntax of C language. Now, in later videos, I will be discussing about the basic data types in C language. Till then, keep learning, keep growing. Bye-bye.